Hello and welcome back to my road to completion guide from Metro Exodus. We're now in episode 13, picking up exactly where we left off in episode 12. There's going to be a cutscene here between you and Miller. He's going to put you in the vehicle and start to drive you back to the train so you guys can meet back up with them. Eventually you're going to be asked to drive. I'm going to cut to that right now. Just go ahead and follow the path, guys. It's very linear. Just follow the path until you make it to the train. Once you guys get there, there's going to be the last cutscene of the game, which I'm going to let you guys watch. Once that's over with, I'll chime back in with some more commentary. We'll talk about wrapping up these trophies for you guys.
Can you hear me?
Careful, everyone. He got irradiated badly. And I couldn't even get a reading on the Colonel's body. The counter goes up the scale.
Hold on, Artyom. We'll fix you just fine.
How could this happen?
Focus, Katya! What do we do? Tell us!
An emergency transfusion. We must give him as much blood as we can.
Transfusion it is then. Will it save him?
It will keep him alive for a little longer, as long as there is blood.
What's his blood type?
AB positive. We could give him any type. Get everyone here.
Don't go to sleep, Artyom. You can't go to sleep now.
Hello there, Artyom. How about we take a walk? Staying underground grew old.
That's it, Stepan. You can't give more.
Look, he's up. Can you hear me, Artyom? Don't you dare die on us. Just don't you dare. You've got a whole life ahead of you, and kids. So fight for it. Fight!
Why did you stop? Didn't you always want to go outside? Didn't you open that airlock at the Botanical Gardens? This place is much better.
This isn't your destination, Artyom. You're not there yet, not even close. It's not your station, it's just a dead end. Not your goal. Can you hear me? Give me your hand. Oh, you're burning up. Well, I hope this old man's blood will do something about that hot head of yours, eh?
Come on, let's go.
Okay, my friend. Time to get some quality blood in that body of yours, huh? With this, you'll be up in no time. Or I'll eat my own shoes, huh?
You know, I finally feel like I belong somewhere. I am no longer an outsider. You keep us together, Artyom. You must survive for all of our sakes.
Let's go to the summit.
Hear me, Artyom. You've got a wife you need to work on making kids with. And my fiancé is still in Moscow. We still have to stir some shit up back in the metro, so don't you fucking dare die here.
Look, Artyom. Lake Baikal. Makes you believe real life is possible. Not the petty rat race we had back in the metro. I just have to say, you were right, Artyom. Right for wanting to get us out, bring us here. And I, the old fool, I was simply afraid. Afraid of life, as I see now.
Look, he's smiling. Smiling in his sleep. He even seems to say something.
It's his fever talking. He's burning up.
This world is worth giving everything up for, Artyom. You were always ready, and I was too attached to my position in the rat race. I'm sorry. Sorry for what happened to Anna. Sorry for blaming you. Had I not pumped everyone up about the occupying forces, she'd never have fallen there.
Artyom, I beg you, don't die. Stay with me, please. I don't want a life if you're not a part of it. Can you hear me? Look at me, Artyom. Look at me, please.
Yes, about Anna. You will have to look out for her, now that I can't anymore. I don't care if you go to that ocean. Just stay with her.
I'm keeping her out. She can barely stand herself, but she's ready to give all her blood to him. At least the medicine helped. It's a miracle.
I have a daughter, but I also wanted a son. A really stubborn one, just like me. Like you. I really like this place. It's so clean. I'd like to stay here forever. Could you arrange that for me? And the most important thing, my time's up, Artyom. It's your turn now. Step up, lead them. Just remember that I created the Order to save people. All people, Artyom. Don't forget that. Because I somehow did. Goodbye, Commander. Time to wake up. Come on. Rise and shine, son.
The fever is subsiding. I think he's getting better. Now he needs some rest. You too, Anna. We've got hope now.
We found the place I saw in my dream. That hill on the shores of Baikal where Miller took me. A clean place, just like he said. Everything around is clean. We found ourselves a home. A home at the foot of a hill, overlooking a lake. A home where we could raise our children, who will be born not in the damp and dark tunnels, but under blue sky and bright sun.
Ladies and gentlemen, as the ranking officer, I propose a motion to entrust the duty of commanding the Order to Artyom.
And that is the ending of the game, the good ending. Okay, on the next playthrough, we're going to be getting the bad ending. We're going to be killing a lot of people, shooting everybody we come in contact with, shooting slaves and the whole nine. But for now, that should have been enough for you guys to get the good ending for the game, which is going to pop the trophy called Your Destination. That's assuming command of the Order. And then full strength, you're going to get that for Duke and Damir staying with the crew and Alyosha not getting wounded on the zip line.
I say it's time we perform this duty.
Now, we need to pick up one more trophy called Stand Back for killing 50 enemies at long distance. So what I want you guys to do is just go back into your chapter select screen here and choose the Caspian. Very important. Choose the Caspian. We're going to go in there and farm for this trophy. Now, initially I had this trophy in the guide, right? So that once we got the ending, we could just go on and play Ranger Hardcore. But there was one scope that I needed to be able to get, to be able to put on our gun so we'd have enough distance so we could get those kills. But I could never get that scope to show up in the same place each time I played through the game. And so what I eventually figured out is, you know what, I'll just come up here and do the crane quest because I know there's a scope up here that we can all get. But I couldn't really route it into my playthrough of the game because many of you know this already, but some of you may not. The title of my videos, right? It's the name of the game. Then it says 100% trophies and achievements. And then it has the trophies that we're getting in that particular episode, right? I can only have 100 characters in the title of my video. So if I would have tried to stick this trophy inside one of my episodes, it would have changed the entire order of everything and it would have thrown off the guide, and I would have had to do a lot more back end stuff than I really wanted to do to fix that one problem. So I just decided to tack this this trophy onto a chapter select at the end of the playthrough. And I do this again too, by the way. When we get to episode 14, there'll be a trophy called Tidy Man for spending 500 chemical resources on cleaning weapons. I actually had that planned in the Ranger Hardcore playthrough. There was one workbench that allowed us a checkpoint, and you could just farm, basically, you know, cleaning your crossbow. You could just farm that over and over and over again until you're able to pop the trophy. But I found out when I was running the game on Ranger Hardcore that the checkpoint is not even legit. Like, it doesn't work all the time. So I was like, well, I need to tack that one on too. So when we finish Ranger Hardcore, we'll have another trophy to pick up before we can get our platinum. Notice what I'm doing here, real simple stuff. It's going through here, guns blazing. What we want to do is get to the top of this crane, kill the enemy at the top. He's going to drop the sniper rifle, okay? And there's a workbench up there. And when you get to the top of this crane and you start to come back down the crane, there'll be a van that spawns in off in the distance. It's got probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 enemies in it. And we're going to snipe those enemies to get this trophy, okay? This is the enemy that I was telling you guys about. He's running up the stairs now. He's got the laser sight. Kill that dude and then pick up his gun. That's going to automatically give you guys a sniper rifle with the scope that will let you hit these enemies at enough range, quote unquote, long distance, right? To get your kills. Just make sure you climb this ladder. You can see that there's no van off in the distance if you do not climb the ladder, okay? Climb the ladder. There'll be a workbench up here. Again, just make sure you have, I don't know, just make sure you have 15 bullets or something. You don't need a lot, guys. I might have even crafted too many here. Just craft enough. Like I said, there's probably 6 or 7 enemies in this vehicle. And once you kill them all, right, you're just going to reload your checkpoint and kill them all again. The reason why you want to make some extra ammo here is because depending on the weather in your game, and right now everything's pretty mild in my game, but I have been here before where the wind was blowing and it's very hard to stay on target. This game does not have, at least to my knowledge, it doesn't have an ability to hold your breath. You guys know pretty much every game out there where you can snipe, you can hold your breath, right, instead of your shot. To my knowledge, this game doesn't have that. And so if the wind is blowing or you're in the middle of a sandstorm or something like that, it's going to be very hard to stay on target. That's why you want to craft some ammo there. Just make sure that you have a quick save before you fight these enemies. And all we're going to do, guys, is shoot these enemies, kill them all, reload our checkpoint. And we just want to rinse and repeat that, guys, until we're able to pop the trophy. Stand back for killing 50 enemies at long distance. When I see you guys in episode 14, we will be on Ranger Hardcore. I'm gonna put the entire Ranger Hardcore playthrough, guys, in one episode. It's gonna be, I don't know, close to 3 hours probably. I think I have it right now at 3 hours, I think. Let me scroll down here in my notes. It's like 3 hours, 13 minutes. It's a big one. But I'm gonna have everything time-stamped, chapter by chapter, everything that we're doing for you guys, so you can kind of forward through if you need help on something specific. But I appreciate all of you guys who are supporting me on Patreon, all of you guys who are watching and sharing my content. I cannot thank you guys enough. There's your trophy. I'll see you guys right back here in episode 14. Be good.